Hello, everyone. Welcome to Absolutely Abundant, a podcast for soul line creatives. I'm your host, Julie Getzinger, and I am filming this episode from beautiful Portland, Oregon. I am staying here on my Venus line. Venus in astrocartography is all about love, art, beauty, inspiration, and I so feel that here. It is so magical. When I first went to Portland, Oregon, I just remember looking up at the trees and thinking how beautiful and majestic they were. Like they just look so much taller than the trees at back east. They also just I could just smell different, fragrances and could breathe easier. It was really majestic the first time I came here. And coming back, I got to come back and stay with this adorable little French bulldog named Amelie. And she's so freaking sweet. And I just absolutely adore her. And I found myself wanting to rest a lot here, wanting to just take it easy, to chill. I did very little work when I was here. I checked my email maybe once or twice. And other than taking photographs, like that's all I really felt like doing. I decided to film my podcast episode here because I am in the energy of love, and living here for the past week has just made me want to come back. If you are an artist, if you are someone who loves beauty, Tauruses generally love to be surrounded in beautiful natural settings. Artists just, we thrive on being in beautiful locations, like having nature inspire us. And the first day I was here, I met up with my friend Claire, and she's a love coach. And she took me to this rhododendron garden, and it was just so gorgeous. And she said, like, I can see you falling in love. Like, you're falling in love with Portland. And I'm like, I am. I love it here. And her little boy was with us, and he was like, I want to be a tour guide and show people like you how beautiful it is here. It was so cute. He's 11. And I just feel so inspired here, so relaxed. I slept really well. I just feel very much myself, very happy. Um, and that's what, Venus is about: beauty and inspiration and love and art and creativity. And if you are feeling less creative right now in your art, less inspired, I do encourage you to visit your Venus line, wherever that is in the world. Mine is on the West Coast. So Portland, Oregon, and Laguna Beach, which is actually where I'm hosting my retreat in October. I've decided to live bi-coastally and to live my dream now, which has been my dream for a long time, was to live bi-coastally. I have children in Maryland. I am a single mom, and when I don't have my children with me, I want to be exploring, I want to be traveling, and the West calls me the most, because I just feel the energy of love here. I feel just so happy and at peace and inspired. And in fact, when I was in this rhododendron garden, I was like, I want to set up a canvas and start painting. And my friend was like, oh, I didn't even know you painted. And I'm like, well, I haven't very much since college, but I'm an artist, I'm a painter. And she took me to the rose garden, sent me to the rose garden next. And I was like, wow, like talk about the energy of love, being in this international rose garden, being surrounded by all these like beautiful flowers and fragrances and colors. And the weather is like freaking perfect. It's June right now in Portland, and it's perfect time of year. I actually have a date tonight with a realtor that we connected while I was here. So um, just feeling incredible here. And yeah, so I've decided to live my dream now and not to wait until my kids get into college, not to wait until I have enough money saved up. And I'm actually getting really good at traveling on a budget, like really good at it. And I have found all the nuances for ways to save money and to live and to work like on a budget. It feels really good, no matter how much money you have come in. I used to be a little oblivious to Like when money was like flowing really easily, I would just spend it just as easily. And I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore. As money comes in, as I'm gifted things, as people book sessions with me, as people send me money for different things, I cherish it now. I appreciate it. And I also am very mindful on how I exchange it. And I'm not going to say spend it, because you're not really spending anything, you're exchanging it for something else. And something else I'm realizing is living this house-free lifestyle and doing house sitting and pet sitting. It feels like a really beautiful exchange, because as I come into people's homes and bring my positivity and my loving energy, they feel amazing. They get to relax on their trip. They get beautiful pictures of their animals while they're away. You know, I'm a photographer too. So I've been taking tons of pictures of this little dog and sending them to her mom, and she's just like thrilled. But it's an energy exchange. Like we don't always need to trade money for things, like energetic exchange. And so what I found I love is to stay in people's homes and to treat it as my own, and to bring my positive, loving energy, and just really getting acclimated to their community. You know, going where the locals go, talking to people, and just seeing where I'm called to go, following my intuition as to where to go next. Now, if you don't know where your Venus line is, you can look it up on astro.com. It's a free website to look at your astrocartography map. And astrocartography is the astrology of location. So we study the energy of the location based on your map, and you can get really detailed with this, which is what I'm going to be doing with my clients this summer, is getting really in depth with timing and the best places to go to live, to work, for whatever you want inspiration on now in your life, like where in the world you should go. You can start small. You can start locally. I actually started in my hometown of Maryland and just went to my more beneficial lines in Maryland. Right now in Maryland, I'm living on my Jupiter line, which is all, oh, here comes Amelie. Did you want to say hi, honey? Say hi. Here's a little Amelie. Isn't she? She's a French bulldog. She's the sweetest little love pup. She just came like running down the stairs, like right towards me. I'm like, uh-oh. She's a feisty little thing sometimes. Um, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So if you want to get more in depth, that's when booking a personal reading can be really good. I do have a wait list right now for people interested. I will start those readings in August, and I'm studying them in depth myself, you know, learning the maps in depth and timing and all the things to help you decide the best places to work, live, or visit. Like I said, you can start small, you can start in your local town, and then you can go bigger. You can start traveling out of the country. And France is on my list of places I would love to go, and Spain and Italy, Greece, all the places. But yeah, so living on your Venus line is incredible, especially if you're an artist. As far as, you know, how easy or hard is it to work here? I don't feel a huge desire to work in the traditional sense of like, let me buckle down and like focus on my work. I feel more of that creative inspiration. I feel the relaxed energy. I feel my heart opening. I feel inspired for sure. When I was on my Jupiter line in Maryland, I actually felt much more of a desire to buckle down and work. And I actually like living in a place where there's not many distractions. I don't know many people there. And there's also not a lot to do in the town where I'm staying, which I actually prefer. Because if I'm very focused on my work when I'm there, then I get more done, and that feels really good. Sometimes when you live in a community where everybody knows you, there can be more temptations to go out and to party and to not focus on your work. So, you know, just being mindful of that. And, you know, something as simple as just like traveling to a coffee shop that's on a more beneficial line for you can be really helpful. For me, I like to live on my Jupiter line. It feels really good. And the Venus line, could I live here? 1,000% yes, 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 yes. In fact, I will be here half of the time. I'm going to be coming back and forth from the west to the east coast, and I'm working on a plan right now. My therapist is helping me with this, just to, and like he said yesterday, he said, you know, there are no good or bad decisions. There's just decisions and how you feel about them. Isn't that beautiful? There are no good or bad decisions. There's just decisions and how you feel about them. and the guilt that we can feel as mothers or as someone like, abandoning our friends or our family or any of those stories we might be telling ourselves is all made up as well. And we get to decide, like, am I more of service to the world when I'm happier, when I'm more inspired, when I'm more like in my soul's happy, like spiritual energy? Yes. So is there anything to feel guilty about? No. So that is the life I'm living now. And I actually just booked my ticket for Carlsbad, California. I'm going to be staying there for 3 weeks this summer. And yeah, I'm so excited. I just feel so good about this journey, and also helping others to be inspired to do what they want to do when they want to do it, and not to be held back by society's expectations of them as a mother or as a business owner, as a partner, any of that. But just to open yourself up to explore as your heart feels calls you to. So I will put a link below if you're interested in booking a private session with me. And as I said before, if you want to go more in depth with astrocartography, those readings will be held in August. I'll start those. But in the meantime, if you want to learn more about how to like be on your soul's path and your purpose, and just to feel all lit up inside, I can help you. Um, and yeah, it feels so good. It feels so good. All right, so I'll put those links below. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for listening to today's podcast on Living on Your Venus Line. I don't even know what episode number this is. I forgot to look it up. It doesn't matter. But this is me on my Venus line, feeling amazing. And when I get back home, I'm going to make a video all about what to expect on your Jupiter line, because I'm going back home and living on that line for another 2 weeks before I head off to, which line am I going to next? Mercury. Mercury is all about communication, which is very prominent in my birth chart. Mercury is very strong. So, all right, everyone, have a great day. Thanks for being here, and I will see you soon. Bye.